This is what we did. We took some cornmeal, all right? We took cornmeal. We followed the package instruction for making polenta, all right? You find the cornmeal in the nutrition section. Very easy. Read it through. It says take your water, bring it to a boil. We added in a couple of sprigs of rosemary. We wanted to get a rosemary flavor because we're working with some beef tenderloin. In thinking up this recipe and making this nice sandwich, we took and we added, what was it, 2 cups of water to every 1 cup of cornmeal. Brought it to a boil, all right? And then what we did, we made a double batch so that way it would fit our little loaf pan. Now you can use this for a breakfast item, you could use it for a lunch, dinner, whatever you want. You can cut it into squares, triangles, have a great time with it. But we're thinking of, you know, hey, we'll have a little sandwich, we'll have some fun here. So we put it in here and we let it cool overnight. Nice, firm texture. That's what we want. What we're going to do is just take the chill off of this and cooking it on our grill. We're going to give it some nice grill marks. So what I'm going to do is take and use some of my paper towels, and we will heat, or rather, we'll take a little of our oil here, put it on top of our polenta, and then we're going to season it just a wee bit. Now you got to have nice firm polenta. If you take it out and you find it's too soft, you know, it's no good. It's not going to work. And you got to look. First thing in the morning you look. Now we're going to let this guy cook. Set it on the side. I still have room over here. This is going to be for my dessert. Yeah, my dessert. We're going to grill it. We're going wild. All right, put that on. We're not gonna let that stay too long. Remember, we're just taking the chill off. Let's put our oil on top again. So it's all set and ready to go. I don't have to go back and touch it. Season it. Okay, we're finished. Now, let's take a look at our onions. Wow, hey, that works pretty good. Just think, if you were out, you didn't have a spatula. Let's see how this one works. Up. Can fall apart. Hey, give it a try. See what happens. All right? We're commanding our grill here. Now, next thing we're going to do is put together our fillets. Our fillets, fillet of beef, we took the center cut here. And like I said before, we have it all set and ready to go. I mean, if you're going to go over to somebody's house and you want to eat something particular, be finicky. Take what you want. Whether you're going to roast some fish or you're going to roast some vegetables or you want to cook some meat, just be organized and be prepared. We're going to take our meat. I'm going to put it on the grill right up top here. All right? I'm going to let it sear through on one side. I'm going to set this back into my cooler, which I have my ice packs in there. My coleslaw is doing wonderful. I'm going to put a little pepper on here. And I'm just going to dab a bit of oil. Notice, we have a wonderful, wonderful piece of meat. Hopefully Bobby can get a close-up here. You can see the wonderful marbling of fat that we have running through here. You need that fat, those proteins there. We need that. Give us a little bit of energy. Keep it going, right? Now, our tomatoes are set up, our onions are set, our fillets are on, our polenta is cooking. One thing you want to keep in mind, when you're cooking your polenta, don't touch it. You don't want to keep touching this. It'll start to fall apart on you. Let it cook, let it get grill marks. Remember, here, just like last week, we had the cool side or not too hot on one and the hot on the other. Now, I'm going to garnish this. I have in my wonderful little cooler here, I have some Saga Blue. And I have some sprouts. These are going to be my garnish. Beautiful. Put my coleslaw back in. Let's we'll stir it up a bit. I tell you, that's why you have the bag. It's wonderful. You put it in the bag, you just take the bag, squish it right up, you're ready to go. All right? Keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not too hot and it's cooking well. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to cut it. We're going to use a little Saga Blue for our garnish right on top of our filet. And that is going to be our little sauce. We're gonna let it melt in. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna take it sliced, nice thin piece. Now, if you don't like Saga Blue, I fancy blue cheese, so that's why I'm using it. You wanna use some Asiago cheese, maybe a little Romano, whatever you prefer. Just bring it along. You wanna have it sliced in advance? Do it. Have yourself all set and ready to go. All right, our tomatoes. I'm gonna take my tomatoes now. I'm gonna dab them with a little oil. See how this paper towel works? It's wonderful. You know, in case you don't have a pastry brush, season it, a little salt and pepper. You're ready to go. We're gonna put that right on the end here. You do everything. One side, and then you're gonna come back, and then you're gonna do the other side right while it's on the grill. See that? I'm gonna use every bit. These vine-ripe tomatoes, as our year progresses, I'll tell you about my journey I took to go see how these tomatoes were grown, as well as tricolor peppers, eggplant. I had a wonderful, wonderful trip to Amsterdam, Holland, and I got to see how these were all produced. It's a truly remarkable story. It's a wonderful and most energetic group of farmers that are there that every day work on touching each tomato, each pepper, and the greenhouses, how this is produced. It's phenomenal. Now we have our locally grown tomatoes as well. In the comparison, it's just as good, but I tell you, the science behind it all, it's wonderful. Or phenomenal, as they say in Holland. Now, let's take a look at our steak. We're gonna let it cook a little longer.